you guys all doing? I am the meat planet? What the fuck is the meat planet? A planet of meat?
Have you ever seen a photo of a planet made entirely of living flesh? Or an insect-human hybrid that can control minds?
No.
Or a 1,000-foot-long sea serpent that
It's like some
emerges in
creepypasta
Iceland
shit.
every year? These images might look like they come from some long-lost paranormal case file, but this is actually the work of the brilliant artist and world builder Eduardo Valdés Evia, who has spent the last
What the fuck is that? Oh god. That one was truly crazy.
28-year-old Sam Kellett was spearfishing with friends in preparation for a competition the following day, when a great white shark estimated to be around 16 feet long attacked and ate him alive. The group of friends were practicing at Goldsmith Beach in South Australia on February 8, 2014, when one of the men, Wyatt Raymount, began yelling after spotting a large shark in the water. In an affidavit to the coroner, Raymount said he looked under the water and saw a shark, which he assumed had taken Mr. Kellett. I did not see Sam. However, it was in the exact position I had last seen Sam. It was thrashing and moving around a bit. I saw the shark vertical with its tail towards the bottom and its head near the surface. Aaron Whitaker, another diver at the scene, claims he was swimming on the surface when he heard Mr. Raymount yell out to him. It made me turn around back out to sea, and as I turned around, I saw the tail of a shark come out of the water, and it was thrashing around. I put my face under the water to see the shark, but I could not see it. All of a sudden, a white pointer shark came out of the murky water vertically towards the surface just behind me and almost launched itself out of the water. I saw it grab something, but because it was maybe 5 to 7 meters away, it was at furthest that I could see with the visibility in the water. I couldn't make out what the shark had grabbed. After the shark came up, I saw a lot of blood in the water. I saw the shark right near Sam's float, and I knew Sam was at his float when I first saw the shark. Although I didn't actually see the shark grabbing Sam, I am sure that the shark took him, judging by how close the shark was to his float. Nicholas Carson said he was about 25 meters from Mr. Kellett when he saw a shark tail thrashing from side to side. I saw the whole body of a shark surface out of the water and dive down again into the water, he said. I was directly behind the shark, so I saw the whole body jump out of the water, and I think the shark was about 5 meters long, and it was a dark gray color. It looked like a great white shark. It happened so fast. Carson also said the surrounding water was bright like red blood. Police divers found 2 lead weights from Kellett's diving belt and a loaded spear gun that shark experts claim had teeth marks that matched the profile of a great white shark. No remains of Kellett's body were ever found. Sam Kellett was a second-year English teacher at Glenunga International High School. Principal Wendy Johnson told the media, "He was a wonderful young man. He had a great sense of humor, great sense of mischief, and was very passionate about his students and about their learning." Kellett's parents were heartbroken, but stated that, despite the manner in which Sam was killed, he had a great love of the ocean environment and had respect for sharks. He knew he was a visitor in their backyard, and the last thing he would want is for this shark, or any other, to be hunted down and cold. Jenny Ertman and Elizabeth Pena were 2 friends who were raped and killed on June 24, 1993 by a gang of 6 in T.C. Jester Park in Texas. Jennifer was 14 and Elizabeth was 16. The 2 girls were leaving a friend's pool party when the Cecil Hotel was constructed in 1924. It was intended to be a rest spot for business travelers. After the Great Depression, the hotel began turning into a slum and gained a negative reputation as a haven for prostitutes and drug addicts, a place where murder and suicide were not uncommon. One of the most well-known stories from the Cecil's history is the suicide of 27-year-old Pauline Otten. While staying at the hotel in 1962, Miss Otten leapt from her 9th-story room after having a heated argument with her husband. At the same moment, a 65-year-old man by the name of George Giannini was walking on the street below when he was struck by Pauline Otten's body as it smashed into the pavement. Both of them were killed instantly. At first, the LA Police Department thought the two had jumped together, but after finding Mr. Giannini with his hands in his pockets and shoes still on, they changed their conclusion, as it was assumed Mr. Giannini's shoes would have been blown off from the impact if he had jumped as well. 2 years later, in 1964, the body of Goldie Osgood, a retired telephone operator, was found in her room. Miss Osgood had been stabbed, strangled, and raped. It was also discovered that she had been robbed. She was a well-respected resident at the hotel who became known as the Pigeon Woman because she was often spotted feeding pigeons at a nearby park. Miss Osgood's body was found next to the LA Dodgers baseball cap she always wore and a bag of bird feed. Her murder remains unsolved. There are many disturbing stories and people lurking in the hotel's past. In the early 1930s, a truck driver was pinned against the hotel and crushed to death by a large truck. Years later, a resident of the Cecil was killed in a shootout at a nearby bar by the bartender who was his childhood best friend. It's also rumored that Elizabeth Short, aka the Black Dahlia, was last seen enjoying a drink at the hotel's bar shortly before she was found mutilated and murdered. Probably the most infamous guest to stay at the hotel was Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. Ramirez was a serial killer and self-proclaimed Satanist that would break into homes and shoot, stab, beat, or rape his victims before robbing them. Before or after brutally raping his female victims, he would force them to show where the valuables were kept around the house, making them swear to Satan that they would not lie or scream. Ramirez was living at the Cecil Hotel as his heinous killing spree terrorized the Los Angeles County area from April 1984 to August 1985. After killing his victims, Ramirez would throw his bloody clothing in a dumpster behind the hotel and then enter through a back entrance undetected while in his underwear or completely naked. Another serial killer by the name of Jack Unterweger stayed at the Cecil Hotel in 1991. In his youth, Unterweger was in and out of prison for crimes mostly involving sexual assault. In 1974, he murdered an 18-year-old German girl by the name of Margaret Schaefer by strangling her with her own bra. In 1976, Unterweger was sentenced to life in prison without the option for parole for 15 years. While in prison, Unterweger wrote poems, short stories, plays, and an autobiography that was adapted into a motion picture. His writings led to a large amount of people demanding a pardon for the killer, but the president at the time would not allow it until the minimum 15-year requirement was met. On May 23, 1990, Jack Unterweger was released from prison. After his release, his autobiography was taught in schools, and his stories for children were performed on the radio. He also hosted many television shows talking about criminal rehabilitation and became a journalist for a well-known Austrian television and radio network that had him reporting on stories related to the murder he was convicted of. While Unterweger was becoming a minor celebrity, police claim he murdered 7 prostitutes in that same year he was released from prison. In 1991, Unterweger was hired by an Austrian magazine to write about crimes in Los Angeles, California, and the differences between US and European attitudes towards prostitution. During his visit to LA, he stayed at the Cecil Hotel and used his position as a journalist to find 3 new victims. Unterweger met with local police for information, and even went as far as going on a ride-along with them to areas well known for prostitutes. He would later return to the areas and murder his victims by beating them, sexually assaulting them with tree branches, and strangling them with their own brassieres. Police soon had enough evidence to convict the killer, and after a chase that spanned 3 different countries, police apprehended Jack Unterweger. On June 29, 1994, Unterweger was sentenced to life in prison without possibility of parole. He hung himself in his prison cell later that same day with shoelaces and the tie string from his pants. In February of 2013, Canadian student Elisa Lam went missing while staying at the Cecil Hotel and began one of the most puzzling mysteries to ever take place. After missing a routine call home, her parents grew worried and reported Lam missing when they could not get a hold of her. Hotel staff recalled seeing her, and she was scheduled to check out that same day, but Lam's parents insisted that she would not leave for Santa Cruz without calling them first. A few days later, police searched the hotel with dogs as well as they could without probable cause that a crime was committed, but no sign of where Lam could be was found. On February 14, 2013, police released surveillance footage of her last known sighting. The footage was taken on February 1st from an elevator camera and shows Lam acting very strangely as she struggles to get the elevator working. 5 days later, Lam's body was discovered in one of the hotel's water tanks on the roof after 2 weeks of guests complaining about low water pressure and foul-smelling black water coming from the faucets. After the discovery of the 21-year-old Canadian student's body, theories began running wild and ranged from her being the victim of a serial killer to being possessed by a ghost or demon. The elevator footage from the hotel shows Lam entering the elevator and pushing multiple buttons before clutching the wall of the elevator as if she were afraid or hiding from someone or something. Although no other person appears in the 4-minute clip released by the Los Angeles Police Department, Lam appears to be checking the hallways outside the elevator as if someone had been following her. Her erratic movements caused some to believe she was under the effects of something, but the toxicology report showed no signs of alcohol or drug use except for prescription medications Lam used for her bipolar disorder. Paranormal theories arose after the case was compared to the movie Dark Water, a film where a mother and daughter are haunted by the ghost of a little girl that drowned in a water tank on the roof of their apartment complex. The film features scenes of black water pouring from faucets and dripping from the ceiling. It even has a scene with a malfunctioning elevator. The movie and the events leading up to Lam's death were so eerily similar that some thought her demise was from the hands of a serial killer using the plot of Dark Water to plan his victim's murder. However, Lam's death was determined by the coroner to be an accidental drowning with bipolar disorder as a significant factor, and the malfunctioning elevator door may be due to Lam hitting the hold door button as she was seen hitting multiple buttons more than once. Many were skeptical of the county coroner's conclusion because the report had been delayed almost 4 months, showed no results for the rape and fingernail kit test, and lacked an explanation on how Elisa Lam got into the metal water tank that was behind a locked door with an alarm on the hotel's roof. Some say the police edited the surveillance footage in an attempt to hide something by removing a full minute of footage and slowing parts of the video down. However, the slowing of the footage may have been used to help better identify Elisa Lam or anyone involved with her death. It was claimed by guests staying at the Cecil Hotel that you could open the supposedly locked door to the roof without any alarms going off, and proven by one tourist that you could use the fire escape to easily access the roof of the Cecil. On top of that, the lid to the water tank that Elisa Lam was found in was left wide open only a few weeks after Lam's body was discovered. It was questioned if Lam had the strength to open the lid to one of the metal water tanks, but the lid was estimated to only weigh about 20 pounds and was meant to be accessed from a ladder, so it doesn't seem impossible that she could have climbed in herself. When Lam's body was discovered, she was found floating face up and naked, with her clothing and other possessions found in the tank with her. Lam's cell phone was not with her and has never been recovered, which has led some to believe the young woman was victim to foul play. The report also brought up a pooling of blood found in Lam's anal area, which some believe is a sign she was sexually assaulted, but one pathologist stated that the pooling of blood could have been caused by her body bloating due to natural decomposition. With bipolar disorder being stated as the main cause for her death, it was questioned whether bipolar disorder could cause someone to act so manic that they began to hallucinate, to which the answer is yes. Bipolar disorder can cause manic episodes that lead to victims experiencing psychosis, a mental disorder that can cause people to completely lose touch with reality. In the elevator surveillance footage, some would describe Lam's erratic movements as psychomotor agitation, a symptom found in people suffering a manic bipolar episode. Symptoms include pacing around a room, wringing one's hands, uncontrolled tongue movement, pulling off clothing and putting it back on, and other similar actions. Hallucinations caused by manic episodes are said to almost always cause high anxiety or fear in the sufferer. It was revealed in the autopsy reports that an antipsychotic medication Lam was taking was not found in her system. This may very well be proof that Lam Strange's death was due to a manic bipolar episode. In 2011, the Cecil Hotel was renamed the Stay on Main Hotel. In 2015, a man was found dead on the sidewalk in front of the building. It's unknown whether the man jumped on his own or was pushed. The name may have changed, but the Cecil's dark reputation still appears to be looming over the Skid Row Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. In Napa Valley, California, on Halloween night 2004, Leslie Mazzara and Adrian Insania were murdered in their home a few hours after handing out Halloween candy. Their roommate, Lauren Minza, would testify as the only witness to the murder. Adrian Insania was born in Calistoga, Napa County, and had escaped death once before in a near-fatal car accident when she was 16 years old. After a few months, she was back in school. Although she suffered from massive brain trauma, she excelled and was offered a scholarship to follow her dream of becoming an engineer. She was eventually hired by Napa Valley's sanitation district as a civil engineer. Leslie was born in South Carolina, where she was a beauty queen and hero in her hometown. She competed in beauty pageants and won the title for Miss Williamston, and also competed in the Miss South Carolina pageant. While competing, her platform was raising money for abused children. She raised enough money for the Calvary Home for Children to open a safe house for abused children to live. In the summer of 2004, Leslie flew out to California, where she visited a winery owned by Francis Ford Coppola, the director of The Godfather, and was hired on the spot. Looking for a place to live, she discovered a room for rent with Lauren Minza and Adrian Insania. Months later on Halloween night, Leslie and Adrian were handing out candy to trick-or-treaters. When the doorbell stopped ringing, the girls went to bed. Lauren said they went to bed around 10:30 p.m. Between 1:30 and 2 in the morning, Lauren woke up to the sound of her dog barking. She also noticed that the backyard motion sensor light had turned on, but she thought it was just Adrian's cat. Then she heard sounds in the living room, which moved up the stairs to Leslie's room. She assumed that Leslie was having a boyfriend over, like Leslie did a few nights prior, and laid back down to go to sleep. But not long after, she heard what she described as a blood-curdling scream. Lauren leapt to open her door. Frozen in fear, she listened with her head outside her door. Adrian was screaming for help. The intruder then raced down the stairs, breaking anything in their path. Lauren panicked and ran out the back door and hid. She heard the intruder struggling with the blinds in the front of the house. Then it was quiet. She went into the kitchen to call the police, but the landline was dead. Unsure if the intruder had actually left, she carefully walked up the stairs to find her roommate stabbed to death. Leslie was face down in a pile of clothes, her arms and upper body stabbed multiple times. Adrian was still alive, but was bleeding out fast and could barely talk. Barefoot and slipping on a floor covered in blood, Lauren ran downstairs to try and call police again, but this time on her cell phone. After telling the operator some of what happened, her cell phone went dead as well. She got scared realizing the killer might still be in the house, so she ran out to her car and drove away while calling 911 again. When police and detectives searched the house the next day, they found a bundle of zip ties near the window the attacker had entered, and a small amount of blood that wasn't Adrian's or Leslie's. They also found some cigarette butts outside the yard. The blood evidence really speaks volumes what happened there. You're able to start to get a picture in your mind of where these girls were and how they fought back the last moments of their life, says Detective Todd Schulman. Authorities were able to extract the killer's DNA from the blood left behind and from the cigarettes they smoked outside the house before entering. Detectives interviewed 1,300 people and collected 200 DNA samples, but they still had no leads. However, the cigarette butts collected from outside the house were a type called Turkish Golds. They were still fairly new on the market, and few people smoked them. After police concluded the DNA from the cigarettes matched the blood found by the window, The information was released to the public in hopes of somebody coming forth with more information. It was shortly after this, Eric Koppel turned himself into the police station and confessed to killing the two women. He admitted that he was very drunk that night and claimed that he was not sure how he got there. He also had no recollection of what he did with his murder weapon. While he never told the police why he did it, it's believed that his motive was anger against Adrian. He blamed her for his breakup with Lily Prudhomme. There was a suicide note found that Eric wrote, which indicated he was very jealous of Adrian's and Lily's close friendship. Some people, and possibly Adrian, felt that Lily could do better and said she should leave Eric. On the night of the murder, Eric ran into Lily at a Halloween party. Witnesses say that the couple had a heated argument because Eric wanted to change their wedding date. Drunk and angry, Eric blamed Adrian for his engagement breakup with Lily. Earlier in the investigation, before anyone would suspect Koppel, he and Lily reconciled and married. They invited Adrian's mom, Arlene Allen, to the wedding. Not only did Eric invite the mother of the woman he killed, but they also asked that Arlene speak at their wedding. Eric Koppel was sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole. In court, Arlene Allen directly spoke to Eric. "You are the man who was so cruel as to invite me, the mother of the woman you murdered, to stand up for you at your wedding, to read scripture to you of love and death, and to bless your union. Throughout that weekend, you brought me into the heart of your family, knowing all the while it was you who destroyed mine." Lauren Minza says she keeps a spiritual connection with her friends. "The girls added something to my life. I'll never forget that. It's just, having that chunk gone is hard to fill."
Darth microtransaction? What?
I was living in Alaska. I hate it. I've been in Alaska 32 years. Living in Alaska is great for the first 5 to 10 years. But after a while, like, you have to be really, really committed to outdoors life. But if you're like me and you sit inside, like, there, other than having no income tax, like, there's not really a reason to live here. I'm not really a big fan of the winters here. Like, it's 9 months of winter. Also, we have no warm water here. It's all cold water. So, like, you can just forget about lake swimming or anything. Like, some people do it, but it's disgusting and you get leeches. It's not very hospitable. Like, I mean, people say it has natural beauty, which it does, but it's not hospitable beauty. Like, you can't really go out and enjoy it without significant investment in hardware. Like, if you want to go snow machining, that's $20,000. Yes, you can do it with a $4,000 one, but if you go out with a $4,000 snow machine and it breaks down, you don't just like, oh no, my day's ruined. You die. Like, there's a difference. Like, there's not a lot of living here you can do without being, like, very well off or wanting to go full down the adventure route. Like, that's just not me. Like, I don't want to go out for a 3-day adventure every single time. I don't want to do that. And I grew up where we went four-wheeler riding and camping and shit all the time. I have done a lot. I've been on a motorcycle since I was 7 years old. I got my first dirt bike, and I rode those every day. And then when I was 17, I bought my first street bike. I still own 3 street bikes, you know, and I have enduros and stuff. And I did what's called the Iron Butt Loop in Alaska, which is you drive to every single town in all of Alaska on a street bike. And I did it on a crotch rocket, which is not comfortable for that. Like, I've already experienced Alaska. I've been to every town in Alaska, including Kodiak. I flew to Kodiak twice. You know, I've done it all. I've been fishing. I've caught halibut. I've caught salmon. I've gone camping for 2 weeks at a time. I've done all of it. But you know what I haven't done? I'm not 30. I'm 32, and I have never gone to a live show other than like 1 or 2 bands that came to Alaska. Never done it. I've gone out to the same bar a few times to have a burger and shit. I've never been to Vegas. I've never actually walked into a casino or anything to like fuck around playing poker. Like, I haven't done any of the shit that most people my age have done. But when I went to San Diego, I was like, holy shit, this is part of life I've never even seen. Like, there's warm beaches, there's people everywhere, like, there's tall buildings. Like, that's part of life where it's like, oh, wow, this is like a different server I just logged into. Like, what the fuck is this vibe? You know what I mean? That's what it feels
Different
like.
server.
Like, there's a 32-year-old
That's
guy
great.
who
That's
gives,
like
saying
Florida.
crap about going to Alaska. Probably. And a lot of people do that. And a lot of people go to Alaska like, I'm going to change my life. And they come to Alaska and they burn out in a year because I see it all the time. They'll move here and they'll just stay in their doors all day because Alaska's intimidating as fuck. It's like, if you live here in Alaska, then you either have the balls to do the stuff or you don't. And if you don't, then you don't want to live here because the stuff here is not easy to get into. And if you try doing it and not know what you're doing, you will just get hurt. Like, that's just the way it works.
That's fair.
So it happens all the time. Tourists show up here. In fact, I met tourists. This is a no bullshit story. So when I was 16, I was in high school, and one of my friends had a birthday party, and his dad owned a cabin 80 miles north of the last road near the town where I'm at. And he had 4 snow machines, and me, the guy whose birthday it was, 2 of our friends, and then the dad with the 5th snow machine, like his one, we're all going to drive to the cabin. Now, the thing was, in that cabin, and thanks for the gift proper, that cabin is 80 miles north, which would have been fine. You can do an 80-mile through snow trip, but, it takes, it's about 12 hours. But the problem was, it was a blizzard. Now, the guy who actually was the one guiding us there literally was a guide for a living, and he actually fucking died doing the same trip later.
Shit,
and what happened
dude.
was, we went out, and we met about 6 hours into it, and some of my friends were dressed in like fucking jeans and stuff. He ended up getting hypothermia.
Oh,
this story went
fuck,
terrible.
dude.
We actually ran out of gas. We had to take all the gas and siphon into one snow machine who was the dad. He's like, you guys are going to have to wait here. It's going to take me 6 hours. I have to drive to the cabin. I have to get gas. I have to come back and with food and stuff to keep you guys warm. You have to huddle and just keep warm. And but that's a different part of the story. We actually met this 2 dudes who had flew to Alaska to see the buffalo. And we looked at them and we're like, you guys need to turn around, because they had at the back of their snow machine, they had literal suitcases strapped there. And we're like, well, you can look at that. If someone brought suitcases, we knew for a fact that they don't know what they're doing. And this is all real, by the way. Like, we looked it up in newspapers later. These fucking people died. So they were out there looking for the buffalo. And we're like, you have suitcases. This isn't water wrapped. Like it's going to get wet. All your clothes will get wet. And you also don't have gas cans. So if you're out there, and we had gas cans, but we ran out. So like if you're out there with this shit and you don't have gas and you don't have waterproof casing, that means you don't know what you're doing and you need to go home immediately. Because we were about 18 miles north. And it's like, you can't walk through the snow. Like, the snow's like 3 feet deep. If your snow machine dies, you die. So we're like, you guys, you're on rented snow machines looking for the buffalo. Like, you need to get the fuck out. Okay? And they're like, nah, everything's fine. Because they're, you know, a few hours into their day, still feeling good. They have no idea what's about to hit them. Well, a blizzard hit that day, and which is why we got fucked, because the blizzard took so long that we had to find the path. We ran out of gas and everything, and we took us 16 hours and all this shit. Terrible. And I feel bad that the dude's dad died doing the same thing literally later. And there was a cabin that he built on the side of a lake that he had to fly, that he flew and he had a plane. He would fly in and built the cabin from the resources. So it's way the fuck out there, okay? And, but these fucking people didn't listen to us. And then we go back to school and we hear about it later. I think it was like the next week or something, that there was tourists out there that died looking for buffalo with 2 fucking snow machines. And we're like, those are the fucking guys. Like they were there. So it's just like, Alaska is cool, but you have to be all in. Like, you have to know what you're doing. They froze to death or starved or something. I don't know how they died in particular. I'm assuming they froze to death. But it's like, you have to know what you're doing. You have to be prepared. You have to have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of hardware. My landlord, who lives, you know, across the street from me here, he is a tour guide for a living. His snow machine costs $22,000. Like, it's not achievable. It's not achievable level to go out there. You cannot expect to come to Alaska and be able to enjoy Alaska as a normal person. You can't do it. You need to know what you're doing. You have to have hardware. You have to have guides. Now you can show up here and you can hike like the Butte and these places, which are just like tourist traps where, you know, people think they're actually doing Alaska, but that's not Alaska. And if you actually want to do Alaska, you need to actually be physically fit. You need to have proper equipment. You have to know everything, or else you just fucking die. And it happens all the time up here, dude. It's just, my point isn't necessarily that Alaska's brutal. My point is more like, if you're going to enjoy Alaska for the purpose, like the reason people move to Alaska, the bar is very high in terms of what you need in order to accomplish that satisfaction. Like, you need skills, you need knowledge, and you need money. And you have to have all of those things. And it's like, I've got the skills and I've got a decent amount of the knowledge because I've done a lot of it, okay? But it's like, the money is a fuckload. Like, I'm not going to spend $50,000 on a boat. I'm not going to spend $150,000 on a plane. And I'm sure as fuck not going to buy a $20,000 snow machine. I'm not interested. And I also am really not interested in being cold all of the goddamn time. So if you want to do stuff in the winter, prepare to be fucking frozen always. So it's just like, I honestly don't get it, because in the summer, it's 10 out of 10 beautiful. There's nothing I've ever seen in the world that's like more gorgeous than Alaska. It is as good as it gets. June and July are the peak in the entire planet in Alaska. But outside of that, it is dog here. It is terrible. It is cold. It is dangerous. Like, it is unenjoyable. And if you're one of the people that just loves that challenge, then you love it. And, you know, God bless you. But, like, dude, you know, maybe I just want to live without trying to survive. You know what I mean? Like, they're completely different things. Are you planning on leaving? Yep. I was telling my family yesterday, it's like, guys, I got about 3 more years in me. I've lived near my family my whole life on purpose. I love my family a lot. But it's like, it's at some point, I'm done. I'm ready to try enjoy something else in life. And I think some of that starts with a different climate. And I also don't like flights. And anytime I want to go do an event like Vegas or anything, it's like 7 hours one way. And I would like to be able to enjoy some of what my career has to offer, which is meeting people and doing social events. That's a big part of why I do what I do. I would like to do that stuff. And, you know, where I'm at kind of is the opposite of that. Would you rather do anything else? No, I'd rather die than do anything else. Like, I've discovered what I love to do. It's not even the video games, it's entertainment. I like making content, I like live streaming, I like talking to people, I like making people laugh.
Yeah.
I like having discussions. This is what I want to do with my life. I'm doing what I want to do. And I will write it into the grave.
See? Exactly. That's how you should be living your life, doing what you love to do, regardless of what anybody tells you, regardless of what your parents think, regardless of what anybody thinks. It is your life and your life alone. You are the only one living it. You should not be letting the opinions of other people personally get to you and affect you in such a way that you have to change what you enjoy or change things that you would personally rather do than, you know, do what other people tell you to. Live life by your means, and if it makes you happy, go for it. What is this? It's gonna be Silent Hill 2's themes are becoming real within men. Okay. What is this gonna be about? Mary? Could you really be here?
Hello everyone, my name is Optical and today I'm going to be discussing why Silent Hill 2 expertly carries forward different ideas within mental health and psychological horror, and how all of these issues presented in this title are actually very much real in today's world and how it's become more prevalent within the male demographic. Let's begin.
Real inspirations for Twisted Foundations.
After Silent Hill 1 was published in 1999, Konami decided to greenlight Team Silent to go straight ahead with its sequel. In a sequel, Team Silent didn't wish to do something based heavily around occultism and the mythology of the town. Instead, they wanted to go for something a lot more grounded and create a story about the human condition. For inspiration of this, Team Silent looked at the book Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky, a Russian author that published a story in 1866. This book was also handed to the Silent Hill composer Akira Yamaoka to create the soundtrack for the next game. He saw this as inspiration to really bring different themes and how it can transfer into the music aspect. Because Team Silent and Akira Yamaoka had looked at this story by Fyodor Dostoevsky, it means that they already have the groundwork provided to bring a very, very tragic story to life and do it in a way that most game publishers of that time wouldn't even think to do.
Chapter 2, The Story of Melancholic Glory. To Melancholic Glory.
Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky.
Something else. Sub-Zero scaling.
Bro, they got the load screen for Kino here?
Oh, sweet, my headset's charged up all the way. So I have time to actually play. I have time to play the VR headset and play some zombies, yeah? But first, MC, first, before I do any of that, I'm going to play a different game. And what a glorious game it will be, yeah? Yeah, let's do this. The voices in my head, Stimmen in meinen Kopf. think I said that right. Stimmen in meinem Kopf. I think. I don't know. Stimmen in meinem Kopf. Pretty sure that roughly translates to voices in my head. Okay. Let's play some more Assassin's Creed 3. It's not a bad card. It's got an interesting flavor to it. I don't hate it, but I'm not saying it's all that amazing. There you go. It's like, why does it take so long? Just looking over at Snowball.
What's he got this time? Let me see, let me see. You addle boy? That's not near enough.
Man, he sure drives a hard bargain.
Full sail! Bend them all, full sail!
Eyes sharp, Captain! Got enough shots to sink in there!
Men, take it down to half sail! He's putting holes in our hull! Switch the great shot!
Easy peasy. I think we have to get 100% on all of them in order to get Captain of the Aquila. Like I said, I really love this outfit. Probably one of my personal favorites. Travel to Boston. Probably a couple things I could do here. Like, maybe do the Boston Brawlers mission? Or something. It's gonna be a general store or something. Something general store. Yes.
The meeting was adjourned before the motion to protect.
To business.
I mean, I could go around killing redcoats for their money. That's always a good way to earn money. These are rebels. Nothing really matters.
Get yourself away from here.
Excellent. What you got? Only 10 poison dart. Well, they were guarding something. Yeah, probably nothing at all. Bitch.
Only one penny. The Boston Country Journal.
You are dirty evil, you damned gowner. What a stink!
The Black Swan Inn offers you the finest.
Let's go do some assassination contracts then.
Everything must go.
Meow. Let's look at the first. Very nice.
Notice is hereby given in
So it's their
future.
contract.
None shall be admitted to see the new.
Has he lost all reason?
Consonants of every description. Tries to change hands.
Perfect. Poison dart. We'll be alright here. Or poison knife? I don't know. Call it poison dart, but
There's a piss proud squire. Should be shitting through your teeth too.
just like that. Just to make sure he's really dead. Nice.
You're not entirely satisfied. I'll return half the purchase price.
If value's what you seek, travel no further this day. You found it.
It's in a shooting point.
Can't stay out of trouble.
Bitch.
He's no fighter.
Just
Good on you! Give him another! Good on you! Give him another! Well done! Bravo! Our galaxy system! Fish in a barrel!
was trying to pull out my smoke bombs, but I didn't do it at the right time. I kind of whiffed it there at the end a little bit. That's okay. It's a process of learning.
Must be new here. Bearing arms will make the guard run.
There we go.
Have reportedly reached to the docks. The guard will have your go! Raise the alarm!
I am no belligerent. Take no notice of him.
That's...
Good on you! Give him another!
Scheiße. Stuff.
They're off my back for now. I thank you for that.
No problem. What I need is money and trinkets, mostly trinkets.
You've no need to shop anywhere else, good folk. I've got it all.
Somewhat Queensy.
Die!
Yeah, you should be dead, huh? I forgot to knock the dude out.
Away, damn it!
Oh, please, Lord, just see me home.
Brian, cold medicine?
Halt! In the name of the king!
Leave me be! I never agreed to this.
Easy.
They're off my back for now. I thank you for that.
Pivot lambda. Interesting. I don't even know what pivots are, or what they do, or what their purpose is, but I guess I found one. Okay. For independence. I don't know what this is. Huh. So, lambda, guard detection and investigation is turned off. Cool. I got season changer as well. Ability to switch between summer and winter. Helps one. Rio helps one find other pivot points. Zeta also. Iota, made of steel, unlimited health. Eta, sun and moon, ability to set day and night. Theta, killing spree, possible to assassinate enemies during open combat. Upsilon, thunder kill, lightning strikes every time you make a kill. Nice. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. The one that we'd probably be on the lookout for would be Epsilon. That's infinite ammo.
Ready your weapon. Don't let him escape.
Bitch. bitches. No, hold on.
Stay back!
Shut up, bitch. Now I can pick the lock. What? There we go. Damn, that's more than enough for a trinket map. My goodness. Excellent.
Hey, stop! Hey, come back! Are you serious? Ah, it's the bastard's running. He's mine!
Oh, jeez. Screen dependence on these.
What happened here?
Just gotta make sure they're dead, right?
Sure, I'll make short work of you.
You are free of this.
Thanks, mister. You've a kind heart. I'm going home. Thank you, thank you.
Cannot be tolerated. Help us apprehend him and serve.
Okay, we are back. So just real quick. Probably do some Yakuza Like a Dragon in a bit. Alright, baby. Let's start the shit. Or should I say it's what you got this time? Let me see, let me see. General store too, need to go there. Damn! Stores are pretty far. That's a bakery. Right. Whew. Whew. Okay. Okay, didn't make it to the general store. Let's could also change outfits too. I read that I have the other assassin outfits. Maybe I could do Ezio. You guys could see what it would be like if Ezio learned how to free run like Connor.
I'm willing to drop the price of anything and everything. Mein Herr would like...
Items, maps, trinket. Foods. One sec. Be right back. Dirk, iron dagger, stone dagger. I am heavy weapons guy. He's my weapon. trinket over there.
Ladies, don't sully your delicate complexions with blood.
A sporting gentleman.
When he's beside him.
Hey, what is the meaning of this?
Men to me! Hurry!
What?
Taste the difference, a well-loved garden.
Let's trinket over here. Here's something sparkly.
Still you stay your churlish course.
It's an almanac page. I don't think that was really worth the trouble. There's another assassination contract and another peg-leg trinket nearby.
Truly shall you be amazed at the variety of look I spoke about.
You seen the serpent?
You bet your ours I seen the serpent. Thing was horrifying.
Where was it?
Just out past the breakwater. Came up to the surface to have a look, then plunged right back down again. The parts I saw was 30 feet. Who knows how much remained underwater?
Jack say there's an old man that's always around when the beast appears.
Jack say a lot of things.
But there's B one, I believe. They say he commands the thing.
Some old man ordering a cracking about. What a bunch of fluff.
Dunno, mate. A lot of men I trust spin the same yarn.
I think it could be true.
We'll just have to show it.
Transport needs between the city and Point South, including Philadelphia and
You hear the serpent weaver died.
The old thief's buried not far from here. Hammers up a light. Good riddance. That old fellow people said called the crack and bought the farm not long ago. Nobody's seen the beast since.
So it was true then.
Didn't say that. Maybe you could ask his widow. She won't leave his grave.
That's right away. The beach. Really curious as to where I can go to change my outfits. Oh wait, I have to go all the way to the homestead to do it, huh?
You've certainly got a nerve, you bastard. Lost all sense. You bastard, would you kill a bit of
What did he do?
Come on, Bunny.
Empty that pack. Give me all your coin, you know how to... You bastards! Hey, four eyes suck. Piss off. You want to catch a beating? You won't catch it. Leave off him.
Fuck. Empty that pack.
God-forsaken dogs!
Give me all... Piss off. You want to catch a beating? Get closer. Keep moving, mate. You won't catch him. Leave off him.
He's gone. It's just another day for around here.
Terror seizes the neighborhood. All citizens are asked to evacuate. If you're not carrying a joint, and somebody dies.
Bullies.
In heaven's name, extended me sights.
I can get it from here.
Go down like a sack of anyway. Stop you dead. Grind them to dust, idiot.
He would have stopped here.
Here's a wee hiding spot.
But I'm no threat. Not a party to it. Leave me be. I don't want to know how this story unfolds.
Fuck.
This is a cold-blooded killer. Do not attempt to apprehend him from there. Get away. Nothing for you here.
Mind you, we should make it a little less comfortable. The boss is getting impatient.
I've got a clear shot.
Vince?
Faster! We'll not
Well, if I don't get my name cleared, I'm gonna end up getting killed. I'm just gonna end up getting hunted. Oh, now I'm incognito. What the hell? All that from fast travel? This last trinket over here. There's the forts, another assassination.
As the schoolhouse is in need of much restoration. If you're not entirely overjoyed,
I can stop this now, you done.
Alright. Let's do some money. I'm missing 2 trinkets now? Oh no, I need 2 more for peg leg. Where to, Mr. Faulkner? Sea wolves. Midnight engagement. The China storm. Scuttle the fleet of the infamous sea wolves. Let's do it.
beat the corners, men!
This one, I like this one. It's our best.
Eyes forward off the prow! Go sail!
Oh god, no, 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 no! Bad idea.
Half sail, men! On me!
Stop shooting our ally. Of course they're crashing us. Get out of the way. Oh, he missed. We did it, lads. I think we can change ships in the Aquila. I think. Probably wrong though. Yeah, I can't even go in the Aquila. I think I need more. Throw a peg leg over here.
What's he got this time? Let me see, let me see. You addle boy? That's not near enough.
Ah. How come I can spur my horse here but nowhere else? Yeah, it doesn't put the cape over. It's like nothing there. Alright, I think I saved here, so we should be okay. So do this. Ba, 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 ba. Beautiful. Yoga go toku.
What's happening? Where are we? Finally awake, huh? It's about damn time. What? Namba, why are we... Yo. Cool it, Ichiban. It's hopeless. Listen, asshole. What do you think you're doing? He's right. Try to save your strength. Huh? Why are you guys so damn calm about all this? You're the last one to come around, so you missed all the introductions. Sorry, man. But you'll have to fill in the gaps yourself.
Glad you could join us.
Huh? Let's get started, shall we? How about we don't? Just hold on. No fair! Don't I get an introduction too? Shut up! Kasuga. No! Who are you? He's Laoma. Laoma. In other words, Mabuchi. Glad we could clear that up. You're going to answer some questions for me now. No, Mia. Sorry. The owner of Otohime Land. You're the one who murdered him. Tell me why! I'll be the one asking the questions. And you're going to give me the answers I want to hear. Or I'll kill all your friends. And you can watch as they bleed out. Okay. Press record.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing? I'll tell you what you're doing. Deciding whether your friends will die. I know you're with the Seiryu clan. What? No, I'm not. Are you sure? That's quite the tattoo on your back. You're definitely no civilian. Maybe I'm just a dumb civilian who likes body art too much. I can believe the dumb part. I'm told you tried to steal this. Why? What would a Japanese person want with Chinese yuan?
Trick question. It's fake.
Oh? Why do you think that?
Because I saw crisp new bills in the office when supposedly they were out of cash. I also saw your boxes full of blank paper, even though you do food imports.
So you intended to steal a bill which you almost certainly knew was fake. Whatever did you plan to do with it?
It would have been evidence of all your fraud. I was gonna make you pay for killing Nonomiya. Which is what you deserve.
I see.
Ichiban!
So you got jobs in our warehouse solely to investigate our highly successful business. And then you just happened to notice the fake money. Is that correct?
Fuck you.
And no one else knows about it. Also correct?
Oh, I wouldn't assume that.
Answer me. Or would you prefer to watch your friends die?
Fine. I haven't told anyone.
Good boy. Now, last question, and don't fuck with me on this one.
Then ask it and get it over with!
Do you truly believe that I am the one who killed Nonomiya?
Yeah! You're damn straight!
Very good. Perfect, in fact.
Yeah? Why's that, asshole?
I've just recorded video evidence that the Seiryu clan is sticking its nose in our affairs. You Seiryu make me sick. Nothing but traitorous scum.
Hey, we said we're not Seiryu.
Save your breath. We fell right into his trap.
What? What are you talking about?
The Ijin Three took vows never to invade each other's territory. But the Seiryu clan has broken that promise. Which means they've declared war against the Yokohama Liumong.
Huh?
Stop the camera.
Hey, you're getting this shit all mixed up. I ain't in the Seiryu clan!
But your performance was excellent. I can't wait to see the whole movie.
Come again?
Well, okay. Since you were such a good actor, I'll let you in on one thing.
The fuck?
The man who killed Nonomiya is me.
So you did do it!
Send that video to each one of our members, along with the warehouse security footage. Tell them it's proof the Seiryu clan attacked us.
Yes, sir!
I really must thank you.
Piece of shit!
I was actually starting to worry that no one would water the seeds I'd planted. But then you showed up. And now that seed has blossomed into the most beautiful flower.
What the fuck? What are you plotting? Answer me, damn it!
That's useless, Kasuga.
What?
Mabuchi's obviously trying to start a war with the Seiryu clan. He wants to upset the balance of power in Ijinsho.
Why would he want a war?
I don't know, but he's about to claim that the Seiryu attacked the Liumong. And we're gonna be his proof.
Why?
And also, how?
They're going to use that video they just shot.
What fucking good is the video if we are not in the Seiryu clan?
Did Did you hear him give the order to send the video to all Leomang members? That, plus that awful smile of his, and all the other weird shit he said on the video has me thinking. I don't know when he decided to do this, but he had a whole damn script for it. Bastard. He's dead serious about starting this war. The stalemate is over.
Hey, can we wallow in misery later? We gotta escape if you haven't noticed.
Hell of a good point.
Alright, let's keep going.
Hey.
Yeah.
Seriously? Yo. Hey.
Hmm?
Hey.
Hey.
Hmm? Hey. Totally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on!
Guess we're screwed.
Do you think anyone's coming back?
I mean, they wouldn't just leave us here to die, would they?
That would be a pretty economic way to torture people.
Sons of bitches.
I hear footsteps.
What do you want?
Hey, I remember these guys.
Yeah, they were at the warehouse.
The warehouse is total thanks to you fucks. Everything is gone, and it's time for you to pay.
Well, it was you guys who blew up the truck, not us.
Luckily, Lao Ma gave us permission to make examples out of you.
Examples?
Yeah, we're gonna slice you up and send the body parts to the Seiryu clan. Lao Ma also said we can take our sweet time killing you. He knows how to keep his men motivated.
Glad to hear you like your boss. That's rare.
Ha! Not scared, huh? You must have had some lucky breaks in the past. But there's none coming now. I'm about to show you what hell itself is like. Did that hurt? Scared now? I love it when they make that face. Come on, make it again.
Stop it, you freak!
Oh, patience, lady. I'm saving you for later. That part's gonna be real fun.
You're disgusting. Keep it in your pants unless you want to lose it.
I like how feisty she is. But let's start with a nice appetizer. The old man.
Pardon the interruption, but I have orders from Lama himself.
Huh? Why didn't I hear about this? Hey, what did Lama say? Why are you taking off their chains?
That's the best I can do, I'm afraid. You'll have to figure out the rest for yourselves.
Yeah, kick his ass.
Wait! Who the fuck?
Kind of funny how the tables have turned, wouldn't you say? You know, my luck's been really turning around. Sucks to be you.
Who the hell was that guy?
No idea. But I think I'll buy him dinner if I ever see him again.
Hey, you mind wrapping this up?
Oh, right. My bad. All right. I got this. Yeah. Get him, Ichiban.
Please don't lose.
Let's go.
You shit-ribbed asshole! You're fucking dead!
Let's do it! Yeah!
Come on now!
Cool.
Check this out! Come on!
I feel the stats going up.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well...
Keep up.
I see.
Huh?
Yeah.
Get out of here. Yeah.
Should I open it?
Yeah.
Got it.
Slapjack.
Man, my back. Killing me.
The hell's a slapjack? get money. And professionals Whisk and Cloudy Blank. I said it because of the 50,000 yen that I saw. I was looking at all the yen that you can get. Buy her favorite things.
Hey.
Oh.
Here we go.
Get
You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
Okay. Watch this.
Yeah, good shit.
Let's go.
The enemy is defeated.
Nice.
Yeah. Another level up, baby.
This place is like a real...
Battle is on.
Here we go.
Let's go. Okay, cop. Get
Try
serious.
this on your side.
Okay.
You're in it.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
Take your fun with this. Yo, 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 yo.
Yeah.
You're gonna get stomped.
Cool. I'm up.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
You want to fight? Hey!
Try and stop me.
Okay, cop.
I'm not that.
Yeah.
You're in it now.
Let's go.
Victory.
So itchy.
Let's do it.
Right. Check this out.
I got this.
Gonna feel this one.
Okay. Watch this.
Huh?
Best shot. Cool. Get serious.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
Come on now.
backing down.
Don't get cocky. I'm up. I got this.
Here we go.
No begging for mercy now.
Get him, Malcolm. Yeah.
You're weak. This sucks.
Take your best shot. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
You're gonna be in a world.
Yeah, let's do it.
You're in it now.
That's what you get for bringing sons.
Better?
Moving up in the world.
Look at me go.
Bring it on.
Right.
I got this. Serious. Don't get cocky.
Try this on your side.
Fight it now.
Yeah.
I'm not backing down.
Have fun with this.
You're gonna be in a world of
Oh, God.
Come on. Let's go.
Get him, Dumper.
You're done
Yeah.
I'm up. Let's go. Going in. Show me what you got.
I'm not backing
I got this. Don't get cocky.
Here we go.
Go on. Hit me.
Check this out.
Okay.
You're gonna get stomped.
Watch this.
I'm not backing down.
It's.
Let's go.
You're gonna get stomped. Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in a world of
I'm up. Get serious. Here we go. Take care of
Here we
that.
go.
I got this.
Well done.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
Huh?
Oh! I think we might actually end up saving VR for tomorrow.
Should I open it?
Of course.
Sweet.
I could shoes.
I'll be fine. Right.
You're in it now.
Weak.
Try this on the side.
Want to fight?
Yeah.
You're gonna get stomped.
Shot. Have fun for real.
I'm up.
Don't get caught.
Yeah.
You're gonna be in a world.
What's that?
I don't know about this.
Okay.
You're in it now.
You're gonna get stomped.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
Come on.
We'll fight to the end.
Yeah. I got this.
Watch this.
Let's see.
Little first aid. Cool.
Oh yeah. I'm up.
Good stuff.
The enemy is defeated.
Mushrooms. These fruits, I guess?
Here we go.
You're in it now.
Okay.
I'm not backing down.
Have fun with this. Let's go. Don't get
I'm not backing down. Right.
Yeah.
Get alive. Watch this. Gotta do something.
You're in it now.
You wanna fight?
Do something.
I got this.
Don't get cocky. Okay. Gotta hold it.
Huh?
Pain in the ass. Take your best shot. Weak. This sucks. Gotta do
do something about this. So good. It works. Pretty good. Delicious. Not so good.
Compliments to the chef.
It works.
Comforting medicine. So a rhinoceros beetle.
Should I open it? Got it.
Seal free. Then we have to go through the near either way. I can go back on my
Should I open it? Sweet!
guys. I'm ending the stream here for tonight. Thank you to everybody that came by. You guys all enjoyed yourselves, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Have a good one.